Snyder endorsing Biden is sickening. Yeah, yeah,
Snyder endorsing Biden, sickening.
and the
Everyone,
funny thing is, like, the worst endorsement came like the next day, where he just rolled out like a bunch of cops who endorsed him. It's
Well, the thing is so funny. Okay, so first of all, Rick Snyder. Well, if you don't know who Rick Snyder is, he did Flint. He is the one who he's like
the man
solely
behind Flint.
If you've heard of the Flint water situation, he's the guy behind it.
like the Lex Luthor from
Truly.
the first original Superman movie, Flint guy. Like, that's him.
He tried to privatize their water, and in doing so, like, poisoned thousands and thousands of people, and the problem still exists to this day. And so, of course, he gave Joe Biden his endorsement, and as a campaign that wants to tout all its Republican credentials, they sent out a press release touting that Rick Snyder, the man who did, and by the way, this man is not even well liked by Republicans. He's not even he's persona non grata around Republicans. I'm like, do they want to lose Michigan? Like, it is mind boggling. Like, if they,
how do you look like black people, go to Flint and look black people in the face and say vote for Joe Biden after he touts the endorsement from Snyder? I remember. Do you remember, like, pretty late before the Michigan primary, Bernie Sanders had that event where he let all the black leaders and scholars speak instead of him giving a speech, and it was a really great, really powerful, moving event. Cornel West was there, of course. And the reporting from the New York Times was just Bernie Sanders didn't give planned race speech, and like putting this huge negative spin on it because he allowed the black leaders to speak. And now, fast forward now, and like Joe Biden is allowing
Rick fucking Snyder
touting the endorsement from Rick Snyder.
I just
what we could have had and what we've gotten.
The Rick Snyder endorsement is one where I'm like, listen, the ones up till now were really upsetting to me, and I'm like obviously it's ridiculous to tout the Colin Powell endorsement. This is the guy that did the Iraq War, but obviously he endorsed Obama and Clinton and everything like that. This Rick Snyder endorsement is really I don't see what upside you get from this at all. Like, this is if someone who wasn't paying any attention just approved an endorsement or something. It's really strange to me. And the people who actually live there, in Michigan, they are obviously going to know about this and hear about this. And frankly, if you look at what the electoral map looks like, and you don't give Biden Texas or Florida, and I don't personally think he's going to win Texas or Florida, it starts getting really fucking hairy. And states like Michigan and Wisconsin are pretty important for him to win, actually.
Like Snyder, in touting a Snyder endorsement is probably worse at this point than touting an Ed Buck endorsement. Because less people know.
That's true.
He killed less people. He ruined
fewer
less
people.
lives.
Yeah, really.
And less people know about it.
Yeah.
Right. Ed Buck, by the way, now we're going to ruin that statement, because if we educate people about Buck, it may not apply anymore.
Yeah.
It's going to get the hate. That's
so.
It is. I don't want to say this. It's getting the Katie Halper show bump.
Yeah.
He's not, but the terrible story is, and which is that this is a man who preyed on younger black men and basically got them to OD.
He would force OD young black gay men. Basically, he would bring young black gay men to his apartment. He was a super rich guy, and as part of whatever, white guy,
Dem donor,
huge Dem donor, photographed with Hillary Clinton and Adam Schiff, huge Dem donor. In fact, it's because he's a Dem donor that he got away with this for many years. This story was out there for a long time. There were a couple different men that had OD'd at his house. There was horrifying writings. Someone wrote in his journal or something about this man Ed Buck is trying to kill me and shit. And this guy didn't get arrested for years and years because he's a big time Democrat donor.
It was so crazy. It was there was a woman who was literally outside Ed Buck's apartment saying, after a man had already been found dead in his apartment, saying he's brought another man in.
Yeah,
he brought another young man in. She was live tweeting this serial killer, and they just weren't doing
It really
anything
was
about it.
crazy. Like, yeah, people like this is the America that we're in right now. Yeah, like people were just tweeting like, "Hey, like there he is, the murderer." Like we all know this is the murderer, and there he is bringing in someone to murder. So crazy, so crazy.
Yeah, it was really disturbing. And honestly, I don't know what's going to happen if Biden doesn't lock down that endorsement.
But truly, it is true that like Ed Buck is like a less dangerous endorsement than a Rick Snyder, which is just I believe that in the for the primary, like Flint turnout was like just way down, which is really sad. I was actually in Flint like right before that primary doing like canvassing and door knocking and everything like that, and it's a real place, and it's sad, and it's sad to visit, and but those are real people that live there, and I kind of feel like it's like they're just like, well, we don't care about them. Oh, Obama went and drank the water in Flint.
Oh, that was truly, like probably the worst
when
part
I
of
saw
that.
I was like, that was like something a Republican would do, right?
Yeah,
like that was a totally a Republican thing. I remember at the time thinking that, like not really believing that happened. Like,
when did you learn about it?
It was just a news article. This was back when the first time you learned about something, it was on like an article on a website, no video, just like a picture. So I was like, Obama drinks Flint water. Like I was like, oh wait, is this a fake website?
Is it like a bullshit?
Yeah,
website?
it's like a fake thing. But then I clicked the link and I was like, wow, he actually did it.
I didn't know about this until I saw Fahrenheit 11/9, the Michael Moore film.
Yeah.
Documentary. I wanted to share this because I think it's really important to watch.
Oh, it's great.
Because honestly, it's like I still kind of can't get over it. So this is Fahrenheit 11/9, the Michael Moore movie.
Flint's recovery is everybody's responsibility. That's why I'm here, to tell you directly that I see you and I hear you.
SKDK.
We invest. Can I get some water?
This shit.
Come on up here. I want a glass of water.
Oh god. I never even seen the long version.
Yeah,
Why
this
did
guy.
You have to do this?
Thank you. I really did need a glass of water. This is not a stunt.
What in the world?
I am sure that somewhere when I was 2 years old,
That's a Bush move,
This
right?
guy.
That's a chip of paint, and I got some lead.
Why? Podesta was so random.
But it's just like, yeah, whatever.
I don't know.
It's like, right, we made that calculation, yeah.
So where are we left?
He's